Hey, Kingdom people. I want to talk to you about the narcissists and their flying monkeys. See, you have to understand that the narcissist flying monkeys are the ones that they use to do their bidding for them, to do their dirty work. And what happens is these narcissists study those ones that they are considering to be their flying monkeys. It's kind of like they recruit flying monkeys. And so they study you. They study your weaknesses. They study all your nuances. They study your character. They really study you. And obviously, it's not for good. It's so that they can use you as their flying monkey to do their bidding for them, to do their dirty work so that they won't have to do so much. They use you. It's like kind of like their minions. They use their minions to do their dirty work. And so here's the thing. Some of their flying monkeys are okay with being a flying monkey simply because they like mess anyway. They're the same way. They like to try to control people. They like to try to dominate people. They like to try to sabotage people, get in their way, hurt people, harm them, use people. They like to do those things too. So they're easily recruited into being a flying monkey. Again, now, the narcissist has studied them very well, so they know so much about them. And they know that. They know that they're messy too. You know, they listen for clues and pay attention to different things that show that they have those traits and characteristics and that they will be able to be used in this way. And so that's an easy flying monkey. Then there's those other ones who don't know that they're flying monkeys. And so they're somewhat tricked into being a flying monkey. And what I mean by that is that they're not conscious of what is happening to them. Anytime manipulation is happening, you're not conscious of what's happening to you. And so, same thing applies with someone who doesn't know that they're being used as a flying monkey, who's not willingly being a flying monkey. It's pretty much the same thing because what happens is, again, the narcissist studies them. And so, even though they don't know what's happening and don't know that the narcissist is studying them and is using them to do their bidding and their dirty work, the narcissist is aware of some of their ways and their what they may be willing to do if put in the right situation. Let me explain. Here's the thing. If someone comes and tells you something, let's use the narcissist. The narcissist go and tell one of their flying monkeys something about you. And you don't really have no issue with them per se that you're showing, but maybe in some way you feel a certain way about them, but you being cool. So when the narcissist comes and tells you some things about, well, when the narcissist goes and tells someone something about you, let's say that, if for a person to take what someone said, if they said something about you and you just start acting out, that means that that person needed a reason to act out with you anyway. The narcissist knows that. So what the narcissist just kind of did was put a battery in that person's back, in their flying monkey's back, and the flying monkey went off like the Energizer Bunny. And now they're coming at you, attacking you, or whatever they're trying to do. I'm hearing evil eyeing you, whatever they're doing, but they needed a reason. They needed something to get them going because on their own, they may not have had the courage. They may not have had the ambition. They just might just lay low, have been laying low with whatever they had in them towards you, but not necessarily acting on it until that narcissist put that buzz in their ear, whatever it was, and now here they go. Now here's the thing. The only way that a person can even be used as the flying monkey is if they had some kind of art with you anyway. They had a reason. So look, think of it like this. If someone comes and tells you something about someone else, you're not going to just off of what somebody told them, just go start acting a fool with them, go start trying to be their enemy, just go start trying to, harass them and control them and trying to dehumanize them. All those things that narcissists do, all those things that narcissists, flying monkeys do. You're not going to do that. I know I wouldn't. Someone can't come and tell me something about somebody else and I'm finna just go acting a fool with them. The only way that would happen is if I had an art with them anyway, which I don't and wouldn't. And if I did have some issue with them, I'm not going to let what somebody else saying to me drive me. Give me the juice to go act a fool with them. Because the truth is, I don't want to act a fool with them anyway, even if I might not care for them, even if they're for some reason I move around them. I don't want to have anything to do with them. So for a person to take what somebody says, when a narcissist says whatever to this flying monkey, and here they go with this battery in their back and moving on like the Energizer Bunny, that's because they're open to being a flying monkey, even though they don't know that they're being used as a flying monkey. And so the thing is that the narcissist knows what they're doing. Understand this: narcissists are very, I want to say smart, but they're very methodical. They observe, they pay attention, they watch, and they study. And for the very reasons of using others as their flying monkeys. That ain't the only reason, but that's the reason in this case. So they study you too. They study you, to see how they're going to control you and how they're going to use you, how they're going to get over you, how they're going to keep you from becoming who you are supposed to be, how to keep you from rising higher. They study you to determine what they're going to do. But in this case, they use their flying monkeys. And many times, like I said, their flying monkeys don't always know they're a flying monkey. But if they are able to be used as a flying monkey, it means that they have in them some of what that narcissist has in them. The same thing for those who are willingly being a flying monkey. They're a narcissist too. They have narcissism in them. So that's why they're able to be used as a flying monkey. Now, sometimes for the ones that don't know they're being used as a flying monkey, they may very well develop into a narcissist because they're taking on the traits of a narcissist. It may have been some kind of there lying dormant, but because now they're acting on the cues that the narcissist is giving them, putting that battery in their back, they're now becoming a narcissist because because they're a flying monkey. So a flying monkey is ultimately a narcissist as well. But sometimes when you didn't know that you was being used as a flying monkey, you become a narcissist by allowing the narcissist to trick you into becoming a flying monkey, so to speak. Anyway, yeah, just had to say that about narcissists and their flying monkeys. Want to share this little story. In a place that I'm at frequently on a regular basis, there's a group of women, and these women like to gossip and they like to talk. Now, I tend to stay to myself. I tend to mind my business and just do me, just work whatever I'm there to do. I'm just there to do what I'm there to do. Don't mind mingling where it's appropriate, but just to some extent. And there are a group of women that are very messy. There are a group of women that I have identified as narcissists. Now, what has happened is that these group of women, they were not being successful at what they were trying to do with me. They weren't pulling me into their drama. They weren't pulling me in so they could try to use me, control me, all those things that narcissists do. And so what happened was they tried to recruit a flying monkey. And this flying monkey, she started doing their bidding for them. She started acting out and doing things to try to draw my attention and get me in. She was trying to pull me in to get information just to get my attention. You got to start by getting the attention. So it wasn't working. So what I noticed was that it just kind of stopped. It only happened a couple of few times, and it just completely shut down. And so I noticed it. And so when I questioned, well, what happened? I was met with this person. They got their own little stuff going on in their life. That's life is weighing them down. And what I heard specifically is their job is weighing them down. And God said to me, they're tired. So they really don't have the energy to be doing all that no more. They got shut down. But the other part of it is the very next day, God told me that that person was convicted because what they saw was that these people are just picking on this person. They began to see what was going on, and along with what was happening in their life, they were convicted of what they were doing because they knew it wasn't right. But what I'm stating here is how they were trying to recruit that person as a flying monkey to do their bidding for them because they were not being successful at it. So they tried to get an innocent party that didn't know what was going on, run their mouth and say some things about me, in this case, to use them as their flying monkey. Now, luckily, this person got convicted and they acted on the conviction that they received. So much so till I've learned that they went and told those who was in control, or who were in authority at this place where I was at. They went and told what was going on. I didn't have to say nothing. The people were shocked because they like, you never said anything, you never reported anything. Well, the thing is that I've learned to not do that, to allow things to play out. And I know as long as I'm not, partaking, that is not really much they can do. I've also learned sometimes when you do speak up and say something, it's not received. So I've learned to just allow things to play out and just trust God. And when I do that, it always literally backfire. Someone always either tells what's going on my behalf, or it's just exposed, because the people tend to expose themselves. That's what they do. But I've learned to just be quiet and let them do what they're doing, of course, unless I actually have to for obvious certain reasons. But in this case, this person was being recruited as a flying monkey and didn't even know it. And they've observed her. They kind of know her. They know some things about her to even consider her as a flying monkey option, as a flying monkey candidate. The good thing for that lady is that she got convicted and she shut it down real fast, which means that there was some good in her. There was some good in her. But the other part of that is this, as I said before, what's in you to make you even act on that anyway? Well, what I was shown is that they were just curious. They were just curious. They wanted to know. They wanted to see what's going on. It made her interested in me. But because she was going about things in a way that she was, because now she's being their flying monkey, not knowing it, it didn't work out for her good. But the good thing for her is that she corrected herself and she stopped and she bagged out of it. That was a flying monkey recruit failure. They didn't succeed at recruiting that flying monkey, but they attempted. So just be mindful. Flying monkeys are always doing the bidding and the dirty work for narcissists. So when you see that happening, when you see flying monkeys everywhere that the narcissist has sent, they didn't send, they're there to do the narcissist's dirty work. They're there to do their bidding, sometimes not even knowing it. But if you know, you have to accept that for what it is. They're a flying monkey because they come, listen, it can be your family, your loved one, it can be your mate, it can be, people that you would not necessarily expect it to be sometimes. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. You know how you free yourself from the narcissist? By being aware that it's a narcissist. You know how you free yourself from the narcissist? By recognizing that they are demons. Narcissists are demon possessed. You have to remember that. Do you want to be entangled with a demon? So keep that always in the front of your mind when you're dealing with narcissists. Understanding that narcissists are demon possessed and they mean you absolutely no good. They want to harm you in any and every way that they can. So keep that in mind when you see these narcissists and their flying monkeys. Okay? All right, you all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Comment if this resonates with you. If you are comfortable to share anything that you may have experienced in this way. And so, yeah, I love you all so very much. And until next time, peace.